Hello there, precious person, and welcome to the 10th of October 2022. Today is Mental Health Awareness Day. Mental health has come into the forefront after the pandemic. So, what is mental health? Mental health is basically the state of your mind. It's how you're thinking. What are your thoughts? What are the persistent thoughts you think? And then, based on that, how you feel, what are your emotions, and how those emotions show up in your body in terms of tiredness, agility, stiffness, soreness, lightness, effervescence, joy, lots of energy, vivaciousness, excitement. Okay, so that's basically what mental health is. And then, depending upon how you think and how you feel, you're going to show up and you're going to act in a certain way. You're going to speak in a certain way. You're going to behave in a certain way. So, today, let's talk about mental health. I'm going to give you 9 or 10 tips on how mental health can be improved. More information on that later, so stick around. Or if you're in a hurry, click the show notes and you'll find a link to a masterclass on the same. Today, I'm going to talk about primarily the 9 or 10 ways in which mental health impacts you. So, are you ready? Fasten your seatbelts and let's go. So, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss another video. I release videos every single Monday, 12 a.m. IST. I'm a certified coach, I'm a certified energy healer, I'm a certified mindfulness and meditation teacher. So, I talk about all these things and how all of them can be incorporated into your life to make your life absolutely rocking. So, let's talk about the different ways in which mental health impacts us. Number one, mental health plays a crucial role in our relationships. Now, for any relationship to thrive, we have to talk to each other. So, when we talk to each other, how are we talking to each other? Because if you're stressed, if you're angry, if you're irritable, your communication is not going to be good. You're going to be irritable. You're not going to answer questions properly. You're not going to reply to questions properly. So, it affects your relationships. Number two, mental health affects your physical health. How so? So, for example, if you have a stress headache, it shows up as pain. When you have pain, you can't perform. Mental health issues show up as lack of energy. When you have lack of energy, you can't be productive, and hence you fall sick. Your immunity goes low because all the time cortisol is being secreted into the blood. So basically, you're not able to function properly, and therefore, because your immunity is low, you fall sick. So, the third way in which mental health impacts you is it has an impact on your emotional health. Remember, I said every thought gives rise to an emotion. So, if you are having a favorable thought or a happy thought, you feel happy, you feel joy. So, by the same token, if you're stressed, if you're anxious, if you are not confident, if you have thoughts of self defeat, then you'll have sad thoughts, you'll have negative thoughts, you'll have sad emotions, negative emotions. You won't be able to relate to other people. You'll constantly feel jealous or you'll feel less than worthy. So, it impacts your emotional health because your thoughts and your feelings make you feel and act in a certain way. Okay? So remember that thoughts and emotions feed into each other. Number four, mental health awareness can help you to avoid things like suicide. So, suicide is when a person feels that they have nowhere to turn to, nowhere to go. They feel like their back is against the wall. They are not really functioning normally. And so, when you take care of your mental health, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling? If you maintain a journal, if you talk to a trusted friend, if you speak to maybe a psychologist, a counselor, a therapist, a coach, somebody like myself, it doesn't have to be me, it could be anybody. I'm just saying somebody like me. If you talk to a professional, then they'll be able to help you with why are you feeling these thoughts? Why are you feeling these emotions? And it will not get to the state where you feel like your back is against the wall and you won't be thinking suicidal thoughts. So, mental awareness and mental health impacts your state of mind and your functioning, which is directly or indirectly related to your thoughts of suicide. The next one, number five, is mental health is linked with crime. It's linked with victimization. Now, as per some studies, poor mental health puts one at the increased risk of committing violent crimes. It leads to self-victimization and abuse. People think of themselves as victims. They feel sorry for themselves. Now, this is further substantiated if the individual consumes drugs and alcohol, which is very common, and they are not in favor of taking their medications. So, mentally unfit people commit crimes against people who are close to them in their close circles because they feel victimized. Now, seeking help from a mental health professional is very important to avoid such circumstances. Okay. Number six, mental health is connected to productivity and the ability to earn money. Your financial stability is also determined by your mental health. Now, one of the reasons why it's really important to look after your mental health because it boosts your overall productivity. Because think about it. If you're thinking negative thoughts, you're feeling negative emotions, can you act productively? Absolutely not. So, according to the American Journal of Psychiatry, those with serious mental illness earn 40% less than those with good mental health. Isn't that staggering? So it's so important. The WHO has said that almost 200 million workdays are lost every year because of the number one epidemic, which is what? Depression. Depression is the number one pandemic now in the world because there is a drop in productivity. And this has an impact, obviously, on your financial stability. So it's very critical that we do whatever it takes, seek guidance, counseling, or even medical help to avoid the deterioration of your mental health. Number seven, mental health affects the quality of your life, right? Because to enjoy life, to be happy, to be joyful, you need to be in a certain state of mind, right? So, mindfulness, meditation will help you with that. Because we can't enjoy life alone, being depressed, being sad, being jealous, being anxious. We are social beings. We are wired to share, to connect. And untreated mental health is often identified with a sense of sadness, hopelessness, worthlessness, feelings of guilt, feeling of regret, of fear, anxiety. I've even written a book. This is my book on fear. It's available on Amazon and Flipkart. It's called You Should Be Scared, How Seven Key Fears Can Set You Free. I'll drop a link in the show notes. You can go and pick it up. Number eight, mental health awareness can help ending the stigma of having mental health issues. Many people suffer from mental illness or mental frustration, and they can never talk to people because they think, "Arey, log kya bolenge? How can I tell my parents? Which stakeholder? Who can I talk to in my company? अगर मैं HR के पास जाऊंगा तो वो लोग क्या बोलेंगे?" There is a stigma, especially in Asia. There is a stigma about mental health. So we need to break the stigma. And so if you need any help, I can help you. I can give you tips in this webinar, which I'm having on the 15th of October, as to how to approach your stakeholders, how to talk to people about your mental health issues, about what you're feeling. If you have any kind of questions, please ask me in the webinar because you must indulge in self-care, self-therapy, or even medical support and spread this awareness about this mental health issue. Number nine is mental health awareness enables us to build a stronger community, a stronger social network. We can support each other better. We can support people suffering from mental health issues. And we can campaign against this epidemic of depression, fear, anxiety that's happening all over the world, especially after the pandemic. Okay, so share this video with somebody, share this video with your friends, share the link in the show notes for the webinar on the 15th of October, 6 p.m. Bring a friend, get tips and tricks. And the best part is, you're going to get a one-on-one session with me for free for 30 minutes where I can really help you one-on-one to understand what is your problem with mental health. All these conversations are completely confidential because I'm bound by law, by oath under the ICF regulations. I'm a certified ICF coach. I'm also a certified therapist, a mindfulness expert, and a meditation teacher. Your safety and your confidentiality is my number one priority. I care for you, and so I'm inviting you to this webinar. Till then, Stay true to being you because you matter. And once again, take care of your mental health. You have one life. Live it well, live it wisely, live it joyfully. And we'll meet in the webinar on the 15th of October 2022, 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. I have free PDFs for you. I have a free meditation audio for you. And I have a free one-to-one session with you anytime after the webinar for the next 1 week. Take care, precious person. Like I always say, you matter. Atma Namaste.